If you're looking for a way to package your beautiful handmade products without spending a fortune, then keep watching because I'm about to share with you a simple DIY method that will not only save you lots of money, but will add a consistent and professional branded look across all of your packaging. There's really no need to go out and buy expensive branded packaging when you can create something just as beautiful and professional looking from the comfort of your own home. And doing it yourself is a whole lot more fun. Hi, I'm Lee. I make handbags, jewellery and accessories, and I share all my beginner-friendly tips and tricks to help others get started with their hobbies or their small business ideas. And I know just how hard it is to get started on a tight budget. I've spent hours experimenting, making my own packaging, something that I could simply create and print myself at home onto an A4 sheet of cardstock. And now I get to share all of that with you. This video is part of my DIY packaging series. And now I'm taking it to the next level and I'm going to show you how you can create a consistent branded look across all of your packaging. We'll be looking at bag toppers, sleeves, backing cards, and scrunchy tags. I'm going to be using Canva for this tutorial. I'll walk you through an example of creating a basic design page using brand colours and simple graphics. How you can then use your design page with your logo to design your product packaging, and some simple steps throughout the video on how to keep your design page, packaging templates and print ready files together in one Canva project. I'll link my playlist at the end of this video where you'll find all of the detailed tutorials on all of the packaging templates that I've covered in this video. To get started, we're going to create a custom size page. So once you've opened up Canva, click on the plus sign, create on the left hand side, go to custom size, and we're going to create a custom size page that's roughly an A4 size page. So we're going to change our units to inches and input the width as 8 and the height as 11.5. Select create new design. So once that page has been created, it essentially just creates a brand new project. And it's always good to have your projects named to keep everything in good order. So I'm just going to come up the top here and I'm going to name this project branded packaging. And eventually we're going to have a number of different pages running along the bottom here with all the different packaging designs. But we're going to get started with this basic design page first to add some simple graphics and colour to the page. I'm going to go to elements and to graphics, and I'm going to pick just a very basic flower graphic for this example. So in this search box here, I'm going to type flower. I'm going to use this flower design, bring that onto the page, and you can see up the top here you've got colour choices. So I'm going to click on the colour options. I've actually got my own colour palette here, so I'm going to be using these colours for my design. So if you've got a brand kit, you can create your colour palette for your brand. Even if you're using the free version of Canva, you can actually still save up to 3 different colours. I've got Canva Pro, so I've got an extra colour here. So these are the colours that I'm going to be using, but you can always come up here to this colour chart and choose the colour of your choice, and you can just move this around to find the colour that you want. And every colour's got a hex code, so if you wanted to use that for future use, just take a note of your hex code so that you've always got a record of the colour that you've used. I'm going to keep my flower this peach colour, and I'm going to change the centre of my flower to this sort of lemon colour. Whenever you're creating a design in Canva, it's important that you are aware of the licensing rules. So if you head back over to elements and graphics, if I hover over this graphic that I'm using, these 3 dots, you can see here where it's got the eye icon, the information. This is essentially where all the licensing information is. If you click on this section here, that will take you into the full license. So make sure that you're familiar with the license rules. I'm going to just make some changes to this design so that it can become uniquely mine, which is essentially what Canva wants you to do, is to make your designs your own. But I'm going to start by just duplicating this flower. I'm going to change the colour of the petals for this new flower to the darker peachy colour in my colour palette. I'm going to play around with this a bit. I'm going to move this dark colour so it's behind the lighter one. So I'm going to come up here to position, go to layers. I'm just going to move that flower underneath the lighter flower. I'm going to move the other flower behind. I'm just going to make it a bit larger. So creating a slightly different flower design. And I want something else in the middle of that flower just to make it a little bit more unique. So I'm just going to go over to elements again. This time I'm going to go to shapes, and I'm going to go to stars. I'm going to use this star here and I'll bring this onto the page. And I'm just going to bring that up into the center of my design. I actually want that to be the darker, a peachy color. So that looks better. I'm going to shrink that down a bit smaller. Move that back into the center. Move that around a bit. Essentially just creating a different flower design. So I quite like that. It's very simple, but that's all I want. I don't want anything over the top. I also want my page colour to be the same as this peach colour in the middle. So I'm going to select my page and I'm going to change my background colour. So that's essentially the flower design that I want on my packaging, and that's the colours that I want for my packaging. But I want to duplicate this flower design. I don't want just one flower. I want multiple flowers, and I want them in all different sizes. So I'm going to click on the flower and I'm going to go back to position. I'm just going to group those graphics and the shape together so I can now move that around. I'm basically going to fill the page with different sizes of this flower design and have it hanging off the page, have it in the middle of the page, create a nice little design. So I'm just going to move that up there and I'm going to keep duplicating the image and then just create a design that I'm happy with. So use this to rotate so it's not, so your petals are not always in the same position. Okay, so that's my design finished. So I've got them all in all different positions, different sizes, and I've got the colours that I want. So I'm going to go ahead now and download this page and save it as a PNG file. So to download, I'll go to Share, select Download, keep it as a PNG file, and select Download. Okay, so now that design has been downloaded and re-uploaded back into Canva. I've saved that in my packaging folder, in my uploads. And now I'm going to set up my packaging templates and add them all along the bottom of this project so I can start using this design in all of my different packaging templates. So to do that, for each one, I'm going to go down here to this arrow and go to More, and I'm going to create my custom size template. From here, I can create my packaging templates in the dimensions that I need. So I'm going to do this for a bag topper, a sleeve, a backing card and a scrunchie tag, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I've now added all of those templates to my project. So I've got my bag topper, my sleeve, my backing card and my scrunchie tag. Check out my other videos if you want to see how these templates are designed in terms of the dimensions, and then also how you create these awesome QR codes and warning signs. All of that is covered in my other tutorials in detail, so please check those out. I'll start with my bag topper. This is the back of my bag topper, and I want to now design the front using my branded design page. So I'm going to bring that branded design page onto this page, start playing around with it. I'm going to head over to my uploads and move that onto this page. I'm going to flip that on its side, and I'm just going to start moving that around. Now I'm going to move a logo onto this page, and then we can just position it exactly where we want that to be. This is using SVG where I've got the background removed, so I can just place that over my design page. You can be really adventurous with it. I'm going to stretch this right out so that I don't have any of this appearing on the back of my card. I'm going to head over to shapes and I'm going to bring a square onto the page, make sure it's white to match the colour of the back of the card, and then I'm going to place that in the corner and just drag that out till it completely covers the back of the card and reaches the centre line. I'm going to go to position and move that white square that we've resized so that the text and images that were on the back of that card are sitting on top of the white square. So I basically need to move this QR code up and the warning sign. So now they're back where they need to be. And notice that I've got the white square above the design page. That means that if I increase the size of this, it won't go onto the back. It will increase the size of my flowers and I can move it around to where I want that to be. It won't go onto the back of my card because that white square is preventing it from doing so. So if I, for example, if I move this white square below the design page, that's going all the way onto the back of my card. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep the back of the card white. So I move that above my branded design page. So now I can just move this around to where I want that to be. You can put it on an angle, you can do whatever you like. Okay, so I quite like that. I'm going to bring this into the centre. And for the colour of my logo, I'm going to use this colour in my colour palette. I want my logo to stand out a bit more. So I'm actually going to go back over to shapes. I'm going to add another square onto the page. I'm going to change that to white. And I'm going to move that down over the logo. Cover the logo, go to position, move it behind my logo. And I'm going to give that a rounded edge. I don't want it to have squared corners. So I'm going to come up here to corners and I'm going to round those off. But I don't want that to be all white because that's too much. So the white box is too bright. So I'm going to come up here to transparency and I'm going to take the transparency down so that you can see the flowers behind, but you've got that sort of nice white glow, if you like, behind the logo. So there you go. I quite like that. Okay, so that's my first one complete. I'm happy with that. I don't want to do anything else. I'm now going to move on to my sleeve and do something similar, a bit different, but similar. So here, this is the top of my sleeve. This is the back, it's already completed. So I need to put my design for my sleeve, for the front of my sleeve up here. So again, I'm going to move my branded design page onto this section here of my sleeve. And I'm going to do the same thing with the white square. So I'm going to add another white square to my page. Bring the square onto the page, turn it white. Move that into position. Make sure that back of my sleeve is covered with that white square. And then I'm going to move my QR code and my warning sign so that I can see them on the back. And you can also do the same for the fold. So if I just copy the white square, bring that up to the top here and then move that up to the line here. Now I can just stretch this out. It won't go onto the back of the sleeve or this section here, which is essentially where the sleeve gets glued together. This one I'm going to do a bit differently. I'm going to stretch the flowers out and I'm going to have more of just a larger flower and a small one like this. Move it slightly onto an angle. And now I'm going to bring my logo onto the page. I'm going to change the colour. I'm going to do the same thing and I'm going to add the white square. Make sure that it's centre aligned. Okay, that's my branded sleeve completed. Now I'm going to move on to my backing card. This one I'm going to do a little bit different. Rather than cover the whole backing card, I'm going to add just a strip down the bottom here with the flowers and then the logo, and then the rest of the card I'm going to keep that completely white. Bring the design page onto this page, flip that on its side. You could do this at the top or the bottom. And I'm just going to pop that down here. And I'm just going to do the same thing with the logo and the white square. I'm quite happy with that. Let's make sure it's all centre aligned, and then that leaves me with just the scrunchy tag. And this one, I'm just going to do a little strip up the top here. I'm going to put my logo in the centre of the tag. You could have it all the way down. You can have it at the bottom, you could cover the entire page. Even that looks nice. Point is that you can just use that design page and do whatever you like with it. Stretch it out, keep it the same size. It still keeps your brand consistent and recognisable, but it makes it really fun. For this one, keep that at the top. Now the designs are complete, we just need to remove the black lines. So rather than delete them, I'm just going to go up to position, find my black line, and I'm just going to change that to white so they can't be seen. So I've just used that one design page and just used it across all the different packaging templates, creating 4 completely unique packaging designs, but using that branded page to keep everything consistent. Now is to download these packaging templates and create the A4 printable page. And I go into detail in my other videos on how to create the A4 printable page. Just so you know how to add them onto this project, you would create those pages from here. Select more and use custom size. When you're creating those pages, you must make sure that whatever unit measurement you used to create your packaging templates, make sure that you use the same unit measurement for your A4 page. So I've now added my A4 printable pages to my project. I've got my bag topper page, I've got my sleeve, I've got my backing cards and my scrunchie tags. All that's left to do now is to download each of those printable pages as a PDF print file, and you can print from home. So I like to use this CMYK. It gives me the best outcome.
And here are the files now they've been printed. This is them cut out, ready to be used with their products. And here they are all finished. Now you know how easy that is. Try giving that a go yourself and have as much fun making your own packaging as you do making your handmade products. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.